Good morning. I wait for a few of you to come online as always. I give you a few minutes to share this video with your friends, those of you connect with on social media. I will be starting a word for the week in about another 30 seconds or so. Hope that you all had a fantastic week, staying at home, quarantine, and all the other stuff that you get to do with your family and your loved ones during this time of what I call a shut-in. So hopefully we're getting close to where we can move beyond this. It seemed like a long time coming, but I know it will eventually happen. And I know you do that as well. Well, good morning and welcome to Inspirational Vitamin, your word for your week. This week, the word is habits. A settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. In fact, I'm one that loves to drink coffee. So at least once a day, I have a cup of coffee. So for me, that's a habit that it's very difficult for me to give up. And I know some of you like coffee as well. Some of you may like tea, but it's a habit that I've been doing for quite some time. For many of us, we have heard the expression, practice makes perfect. For some people, they believe that doing the same thing for 21 consecutive days, it will eventually become a habit. However, that belief can be very subjective. Some people don't need 21 days to form a habitual practice. In fact, some people get hooked within a matter of few days. It could be smoking, could be drinking, could be exercising, could be reading, could be social media surfing. And that's a big one for many people as well. Last week, I talked to a young lady, 24 years old. She does outside sales, and we were talking about how are you handling and how has that affected you during the stay at home. And as we were talking, she said to me that I have tried for a long time to stop smoking. So during my shut-in, I started smoking Joel. And Joel, as you know, is something that I've been introduced to sort of for some people who have got hooked on cigarette to get off it. Well, her response to me was that she got more addicted to Juul than she were even when she was smoking cigarette. This week, I challenge you to practice not just any habits, but good habits. And how do you do that? There are three things I like to point out here, which will move you forward to get you to good and healthy habits. Number one, acknowledgement. You must be aware of what you're doing and ask yourself the very honest question. Is this helping me to accomplish my goals, aspiration, my dreams, and my purpose? Number two, we need to take action. If you're going to form good habits, you have to move in that direction towards it. Consistency will shape and regulate the things that you have put in action, which will become good and healthy habits. And number three, be consistent. You see, consistency is something that will help you to form good habits, but you can't do it for 2 or 3 days and then you stop because you get tired of doing it. If you're going to form good habits, whether it's exercising, whether it's reading, whether it's doing good deeds for other people, anything that you're doing that is going to be a habit, it has to be consistent. Do me a favor this week. As you go through your week, start to think, what are the good habits that I want to start? Maybe this shut-in is a good time and a good place for you to start. Some of you are already doing some good things. But if there's something you want to stop doing that's not a good habit, is there something you want to refrain yourself from doing because for some reason I've got hooked on this? Remember what habit does. It's something that we constantly do on a regular basis, which becomes a practice. And I stated earlier about me drinking coffee as one of the habits that I have. Now, I want for you this week, to do something that you can look back and said, I'm glad that this time that I shut in, that I couldn't go outside, that I couldn't talk to my neighbor, but yet I find something meaningful for my life that I can do, and I'm going to make this going forward a habit. There are several things that some of you already engage in that now I'm thinking and you're thinking that it's going to be something that I do even past this COVID-19. For many of you, you're trying to figure out, how am I going to survive beyond this crisis? I tell you what, if you develop a habit, something that you like, something that you enjoy doing, and make it something on a regular basis, you'll find that you have far more fulfillment in doing that than even the things that you were doing or weren't doing before this pandemic hits us. Do me a favor, share this video with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and join me next week for your word for your week. Until then, practice good, healthy habit for this week.